3 police cars and 5 police officers being the biggest crime of the last 50 years, and everybody wanted to get in a newspaper story about it. And they was using up all kinds of equipment they had lying around there at the police officer station. They was taking fingerprints and footprints and dog-smelling tire prints, and they took 27 8x10 colored glossy photographs with circles and arrows on the front and a paragraph on the back of each one explaining what each one was for to be used as evidence against us. They took pictures of the approach, the getaway, the northwest corner, the southwest corner, and that's not to mention the aerial photography. So after we've been there for a while, we went back to the police officer station. Obie said he's going to put us in the cell. He said, "Kid, I'm going to put you in the cell. I want your wallet and your belt." I said, "Officer Obie, I can understand why you want my wallet, so I don't have no money to spend in the cell, but why do you want my belt?" And Obie looked at me, and in all seriousness now, Obie looked at me and he said, "Kid, we don't want any hangings." I said, "Officer Obie, did you think I was going to hang myself for littering?" Obie said he was just making sure, and friends Obie was, because he took out the toilet seat so I couldn't bang myself over the head and drown. He took out the toilet paper so I couldn't bend the bars back, roll the toilet paper out the window, slide down, and have an escape. It was about 4 or 5 hours later when Alice, remember Alice? This is a song about Alice. When Alice arrived, and with a few nasty words to Obie on the side, bailed us out, and we went back to the church and had another Thanksgiving dinner that couldn't be beat, and didn't get up until the next morning when we had to go to court. So we walked into the courthouse there, and we sat down, and Obie came in with the 27 8x10 colored glossy photographs, and he sat down. Man came in and said, "All rise," and we stood up, and Obie stood up, and the judge came in with the seeing eye dog. He sat down, we sat down. Obie looked at the seeing eye dog. And then Obie looked at the 27 8x10 colored glossy photographs with circles and arrows on the front and a paragraph on the back of each one explaining each one was for to be used as evidence against us, and looked at the seeing eye dog. And then Obie began to cry because he came to the sudden realization that it was another plain case of American blind justice, and the judge wasn't going to look at the 27 8x10 colored glossy photographs with circles and arrows on the front and a paragraph on the back of each one explaining what each one was for to be used as evidence against us. He had to pay $50 and pick up the garbage in the snow, but that's not why I'm telling you this story. I'm telling you this story because I want to talk about the draft. There's a building in New York City on Whitehall Street where you go in, get inspected, injected, detected, rejected, and selected. I walked on down there to get my physical examination. I walked into the first guy sitting there at the desk. He said, "Kid, I want you to go see the psychiatrist on the 2nd floor in room 214. So I walked up there, I walked into the office there, I sat down, I said, "Shrink, I want to kill. I want to kill. I want to see blood and gore and guts and eat dead burnt bodies and veins in my teeth. I want to kill." And I started jumping up and down screaming, "Kill! Kill!" And pretty soon the shrink, he started jumping up and down with me, and we was both screaming, "Kill! Kill!" And the sergeant came down the hall to see what all the commotion was about and took one look at me and said, "You're our boy." So I was going on there with my physical examination, and they was examining every part of my body, and they wasn't leaving no part untouched. I walked on down the hall there. Finally, I got to the last guy, the very last guy sitting at the desk there, and I walked up to him and he said, "Kid, we only got one question. Have you ever been arrested?" So I proceeded to tell him the story of the Alice's Restaurant Massacre with 5-part harmony and feeling. He said, "Stop right there." He said, "Kid, have you ever gone to court?" So I proceeded to tell him the story of the 27 8x10 colored glossy photographs with circles and arrows on the front, a paragraph on the back of each one explaining what each one's for. He said, stop right there. He said, kid, I want you to go over there and sit on that bench that says Group W. So I walked over there to the bench, the Group W bench. You see, Group W is where they put you if they don't know if you're moral enough to join the army after committing your special crime. So I sat down there on the bench, and there was all kinds of mean, nasty people sitting there on the bench. I mean, there was mother rapers, there was father stabbers, there was father rapers sitting right there on the bench, and the biggest, meanest, nastiest, most horrible father raper of them all, the most horrible criminal on the whole bench, came over and sat down beside me and said, kid, what'd you get? I said, I didn't get nothing. I had to pay $50 and pick up the garbage. He said, kid, what were you arrested for? And I said, littering. And they all moved away from me there on the bench until I said, in causing a general disturbance, and they all moved back, and we had a groovy time talking about father rape and all kinds of things there on the bench until a man came in with a piece of paper in his hand. And he said, kid, this baby got 47 more than 37 citizens. You can be a circus.